Okay, so obviously this says pretend this is your poster. So what we're gonna do is just go through how the best way to print in this particular lab is. So I find it better to not print straight out of Illustrator. It causes some problems. And to print a PDF. So you wanna have, I'm hoping you all saved it as something already. So you should have an AI, file. And you can do a save as, and you can just put this on the desktop. And you can just kind of call it print proof. So then you go back to working on your AI because you want to save this as a PDF. And if you do a save as, a PDF is an option under here to choose. And then you can just save that onto the desktop so it's easy to find. And then you would go ahead and save that. There's some options here that you get. Sometimes you have view PDF after saving. Go ahead and click that off because it's going to view it into Adobe Acrobat, and I want to print out of preview.
Where's that?
There's a little check right here. I just don't want it. Just uncheck it.
Okay.
And then go ahead and click Save PDF. You don't need to worry about the other default things there. Then I'm going to minimize my screen and I can see that my PDF is here. If you double click on this, most likely it's going to open in Acrobat. So what I want you to do is on your icon, I know it's pretty small there, I want you to right click on that icon, and sometimes it takes a second to load, and then go to something with open with. So if you right click, you can go down to open with, and that will extend a menu. And we're always going to print out of something called preview. And it's just the default program for Apple. From here, we would go to File, Print. And there'll be different instructions for different printers. So this one is just called the Magic Color. So you want to make sure that you have Magic Color here. One reason that I like this screen is you can see how things are going to be printed out. What you see in this little preview area is what you get, and that's why I made a black background so you could kind of see that. Right now it's going to print out on a letter size paper, and you can see to the right that's 8.5 by 11 inches. That machine will print letter, or it will also print, you have to scroll up, 11 by 17. You have to select 11 by 17. Then you can see it's sizing it pretty well. There's just a little bit more space on the top and the bottom. If you print straight out of Illustrator, is it possible to go File, Print, and print something out of Illustrator? Yes. You see here, this is really big. If you print Fit to Page and you hit print, it's going to try to print an A3 document. That printer doesn't read an A3 document. So it just stalls the printing and it becomes a little bit hard. So that's one of the reasons why I just like saving as a PDF, printing out of here, you see what you get. The only change you have to make is to change this from letter to 11 by 17. And then you're going to go ahead and click on print, and it'll print for you. It says print entire image or fill entire paper. You want to make sure print entire image is on. If you fill entire paper, so something that's important in design is I need to see what your margins are. I need to see the negative space, the space that doesn't have design in it, is often more important than the space that you did design. So I need to make sure that I can tell where your design is. So if you really want for me to be able to check what's going on, one thing you could do, and not have it be on your final, but while we're printing these proofs, if you just put a black line, I'm just resaving that around the outline. If you don't have a colored background, if you want to just put there's like a little line here to see where the edge of your paper is, it should print. You can have it be a little bit inside. But see how I double clicked on that and it opened it in Acrobat? We want to make sure that we've used that right click and it's opening up in a program called Preview.